Hey there, it's Katie from Health, Wellness, and Chocolate, and I wanted to talk to you today. So, if you struggle with emotional eating, I want to give you a tool that I think you'll find really helpful that would help you at least change the direction of your emotional eating. And really, it's pretty simple. All you need is a food journal. But here's why a food journal will really help you with your emotional eating. So, stay with me. Don't be like, oh, I hate writing down what I'm eating. Just hear me out. I'm going to kind of approach it by the psychology angle, if you will. Okay. So first of all, when you work with me, one of the things I have you do is write down what you're going to eat ahead of time. Okay. So 24 hours ahead of time, I want you to write down what you're going to eat for the next day. And the reason I have my clients do this is so that they start to practice one, using the part of their brain called the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that it's in charge of your goals. So when you use that, you're thinking of the long-term goals that you have. So you're not reacting. It's like the proactive part of your brain. So when you're writing your food journal out 24 hours ahead of time, you're using that region of your brain. So you're really thinking about, okay, how is what I'm going to eat serve me? How is what I'm going to put in my body going to help me hit the goals that I want to hit later on, right? So writing it out 24 hours ahead of time is helpful for that because there's no drama. It's just you're coming from a place of what's best for me and how can I hit the goals that I want to hit. All right. Now the second part of this too is you're going to have to learn how to keep your word to yourself. Now this is huge when it comes to emotional eating because a lot of times when we emotionally eat, it's usually in reaction to an unpleasant emotion. Sometimes it's because of joy and it's been a really awesome day, but most of the time we're feeling negative emotions and we use food to help cope with those negative emotions. But with your food journal, you're kind of forced to keep your word to yourself. But that is actually, it might kind of feel terrible when you're going through it, when you really want to eat something, but you're like, no, I want to keep my word to myself. What you're doing is really building a habit and you're increasing your self-efficacy, you're increasing your self-belief, you're increasing your capacity, which is huge when it comes to hitting goals, any goal really, but especially if you have found weight loss elusive in the past or you have found you really can't break the cycle of emotional eating. Being able to write your food down 24 hours ahead of time and then really sticking to those goals builds your self-efficacy to such a level, it will ripple into other areas of your life, which is a huge deal for you. So learn how to keep your word to yourself is one of the benefits of keeping a food journal. You actually do tend to eat less when you keep track of what you eat anyway. So planning what you're eating ahead of time does kind of help with reducing the amount of calories you're going to consume. But finally, planning ahead of time what you're going to eat and then keeping your word to it, believe it or not, reduces the drama of emotional eating because you're not well, I don't know, should I have that ice cream? Maybe if I work out extra. There's no drama around any other food. You make your plan and then you stick to it, right? 2 steps. Make my plan, stick to it. There's no drama around oh, should I have this? Should I not have it? Maybe I'll have it later. Let me have it now. You know what I mean? All that drama causes a lot of emotional energy to be used. But if you just keep your word to yourself and you plan nourishing food for yourself ahead of time, the drama is also eliminated. I mean, there might be some mental drama, maybe you'll feel bad about yourself, but you don't have to sit there and be oh, should I eat this? Should I not eat that? What should I have? What should I not have? That decision's been made. And so you're saving a lot of emotional energy. And when you emotionally eat, it's typically because you're out of emotional energy. So keeping a food journal will also help buffer against depleting that emotional energy ahead of time. If you found this helpful and you want some more weight loss tips that really aren't diet and exercise, head over to the Health, Wellness, and Chocolate Blueprint or healthwellnessandchocolate.com. You can join the Health and Wellness Blueprint for only $1 and check it out. It's weight loss, but it's really psychology, habit change, behavior change, and transformation that just kind of lead to weight loss and puts food in the right perspective. Because my philosophy is extra weight on a body is just a symptom of a life out of balance. So we figure out what's out of balance and then, you build a life you love. And food really kind of gets its proper place in your life without it being the most important place. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.